Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge Chäos hat Noah. Oh, beim letzten Mal haben wir einen Mord mit angesehen, beziehungsweise das, was vom Mord übrig war, mit angesehen. Und, und daneben stand ein Mädchen, was offenbar auf die gleiche Schule geht wie der Vitaku, der Hauptcharakter. Ich weiß auch, wer das Mädchen ist, aber naja, das kommt noch alles. Und sie scheint auf jeden Fall Taku zu kennen. Mal sehen, wie es weitergeht. Na okay, ich kenn's ja schon, also. I let out a groan as I rose to my feet. I had to make sure my figures were safe. Ja, stimmt, wir haben ja...
深海魔境のイグニスさんの剣が
Oh, das Schwert ist kaputt gegangen. Oh. Ah, Ignis ist dabei. Von... Ignis ist ja auch bei Nitro Plus ein Blaster Heroin Infinite Battle dabei. Mhm. Stimmt ja, wir haben ja aus Versehen das Regal mit den Waifus ein bisschen umgerissen, wobei einige runtergefallen sind. Of Ignis Tan from Jingama Cure Sword. Its stats not clean and too. Why did it have to be one of the expensive ones? I had paid a premium online for this.
ふざけんなよ
Oh, I tried putting the two halves of the blade back together, but I'd never to have fixed it perfectly, even if I used glue. Anyway, once
マジで勘弁してくれよクソクソ
yeah, until Midshine kicked it out of the rage. Tears began to well up in my eyes. Why did I have to go through all this? What had I ever done to deserve this? I fell to the floor and just sat there for a while heartbroken, staring directly at my now thoughtless Ignis Tan. Once the storm of anger and confusion had passed, I found my mind filling with visions of her face along with that modern art I had seen. I had actually been physically holding one of those stakes, which meant it couldn't have been a delusion. It had all been real. I really wanted to deny it, but there was no way I could. By tomorrow it was sure to be all over the media. I really didn't want anything to do with this nightmare. There was no way in associating with that girl. No, that demon could bring anything but a catastrophe for me. Hell, we had only just met for the first time and there had already been a disaster. After I had brought home a critical piece of evidence from that incident, one of the stakes that had been used in the murder. I wouldn't be surprised if that on its own was enough to make me a suspect. And if things weren't already bad enough, the demon had seen my face. There was no way out of this mess. At this rate the demon was going to... No, forget about that. For now I should focus on getting things sorted in my head. For my own sake. If I valued my own life, I really needed to figure things out. No doubt about it. Schon gleich Mystery Girl gleich Mörderer und Demon.
あの写真は事件の予告メッセージみたいなものだったんだ
Otherwise there would be no way the image could have matched up so perfectly with the crime scene. First, she had edited that image together, then she had recreated it in real life, right down to the finest detail. That was how the crime had happened. No. In her eyes, I bet it was more of a work of art than a crime. She seemed like that kind of psycho, dedicated to finishing any job with nothing but sheer perfection.
頭がおかしいよでもどうしてそれを僕にそもそもあの女はナイトハルトが僕だってどうやって知った僕の名前をどうやって知った
What was I supposed to do? The demon would definitely come to kill me soon. If she already knew my name, email, and all that stuff, then there was a very good chance she knew my home address too. I curled up into the fetal position in my chair. The image of what twisted murder was etched into my mind. How could I stay calm when I could end up that way too?
死にたくない死にたくない死にたくない死にたくない死にたくない死にたくない死にたくない死にたくない死にたくない死にたくない
Ups.
大丈夫
Don't worry, it's gonna be A-okay. Yay! Sarah. Satan lays sideways on my desk, facing toward me with a smile. Oh, das ist... Diese Delusion finde ich total knuffig irgendwie. Dazu muss man auch sagen ich habe auch ein Profilbild von so einem Meme, wo mit Takumi und hinter ihm Sarah, being crazy, is it really that bad? Also verrückt sein, ist es wirklich so schlimm. Das immer das.
タッキー、あなたはこの部屋に引きこもってればいいんだよ。したらあの悪魔だって手出しできないっしょ。そのうちに警察がうまく捕まえてくれるって。それまでは誰も信じちゃダメ。誰の言葉にも耳を傾けちゃダメ。悪魔ってさ、人の心の隙間をついてくるのが好きなんだよね。油断すんのはのできるっしょ、タッキー。
でもセラ、
逃げるが勝ちってよく言うし。
He runs away to live, away lies to fight, and lives to fight another day. I think that's what.
三次元のことなんてきれいさっぱり忘れちゃえばいいさ。あなたには一切関係ないことだって思えば気が楽っしょ。関係ないこと考えたって無駄無駄さ。いいこと教えてあげる。引きこもりって最強なんよ。だって誰にも会わないっしょ。つまり誰にも攻撃されない。これぞ最強の自己防衛方法なわけさ。
Das finde ich auch geil. Ja, die sind die Stärksten, weil sie nie rausgehen und deshalb nicht angegriffen werden können. Oh Mann. Das finde ich aber geil.
だからタッキーは引きこもりになるべきなんさ。簡単っしょ。
そうかもしれない。
Yeah, that's what I'd expected from my waifu. I could always count on her to give me the best advice. Having regained my peace of mind, I reached out my hand for Sarah, lightly grasping her by her slim waist as her face, her smile
ありがとう
never
セラ、
went.
おかげで勇気が出てきた。そうだよ、三次元なんてクソくらいだ。あの悪魔だって僕みたいなキモオタのことなんて気にも留めてないさ。僕は安全だ。安心して毎日演奏したり好きなアニメを見てれば何の問題もないんだ。
でもさっき言ったみたく油断は禁物だぞ。
分かってるよ。
I couldn't trust anyone. I wouldn't listen to a single word they had to say. All I had to do was be cautious of everything in the 3D world. As long as I did that, everything would be just fine.
セーラにそこまで心配してもらえて僕は幸せだな。さてさ、それじゃ気分直しに演スロット。
Way to go nuts, sage ich dazu nur. Das Part 1.
Ryan Cross, Ryan Cross, 約束は今。Ryan Cross, Ryan Cross, 果たされるから。Ryan Cross, Ryan Cross, 解き放たれた。Ryan Cross, Ryan Cross, 週末。
Late into the night, the sound of a beautiful voice could be heard throughout Miyashita Park. Yup. It was coming from a pedestrian bridge that crossed over Meiji-dori. A steady flow of cars passed underneath. But in spite of this, the girl known as Fez showed no sign of being affected by the noise. She simply kept on singing, leaning back against the handrail of the bridge.
月夜の光が示された従者よ
On any normal day, if she were to sing on the street in public like this, she would surely attract hundreds of onlookers. But right now, nobody was listening to her sing. For Fess was deliberately concealing her presence, bleeding into the stillness of the night.
この場所へつながる幻の道
Yep, connect to the phantasmal past which leads to this place. This way she could loiter quietly until the moon left the sky behind. By doing so, by becoming one with the darkness, she felt as if she could free herself from the corrupt atmosphere of Shibuya, if only for a moment. That was what Fess felt to be true.
叫びはいつしか沈黙に変わって
Suddenly Fess looked up to the night sky. The clouds covering it were starting to clear up little by little, leaving space for the moonlight to shine through in the wake. But sadly, any and all starlight was completely drowned out by the dazzling neon of Shibuya.
落ちてゆく安息風に手と手をつないで
Fess halted her song, then slowly reached her hand out towards the
そ
sky.
の目誰の目
Whose eyes are those eyes? About a day had passed and I had spent pretty much every hour of it in Barcelona. I had hardly even made time to eat. I had immersed myself fully into the role of knighthood and in the process completely erased every trace of Nishicho Takumi. In Ereso, I was an absolute god. No demon could ever strike fear into my heart, and I was respected by everyone. If only I couldn't live in such a comfortable world for all eternity. I was certain that I would be far happier that way.
おおエンジェルハイロ来たこれ超レアすげえ
Okay.
これは早速使わないと
For the win.
装備装
I
備
need to equip this right away. Okay, equipment.
おおキャラの見た目変わったすげえこれすげえちょ
Es klopft bei dir, Junge. Where it even shows up on the character model. That's so epic. Hey, look over.
Huh?
Hm? Ich weiß, wer das ist. Chill out,
ナイトハル
Nighthead.
ト自重しろうっせえ死ねよ負け組ちょっと街
This is
に
the
見せびらかしてこ
Sandpit
ようかな
You should head back to the town and show off.
お兄
Yup, big finally another legendary item to add to my collection. Naturally, I was stoked. My depression from earlier had been completely blown away.
お兄ってば
The angelic circuit had a drop rate of 0.0001. It was so rare some players thought it was unobtainable.
おーい開け
Well, it's that threshold, so it was pretty much just a cosmetic item. But that was good enough. People could tell you had an angel buzz by looking at you, which was enough to make anyone green with envy.
ろお兄
やったナイトハルトがまた一歩神に近づいた
I've done it. Yep, a Nighthead is one step closer to achieving godhood.
開け
Shut up, who there is being banging on my door for so goddamn long. That's when I had finally managed to get a hold of a rare item. It's a 7. Couldn't a man enjoy his victories for 1 second?
ろお兄
You big jerk. Oh god. That voice. The moment I realized who it was, my mood instantly took a nosedive. There was no mistaking it. That was the voice of an assassin sent by my parents, my little sister Nanami. What a pain in the ass. Ey, ich find Nanami klasse.
開けないとひどいんだからね
If you don't open the door right now, then you are really mean. Nanami ist einfach so adorable. Sie ist super. Well, shit. Here came the storm to rain on my parade. I really didn't want to let her in, but if I did, my parents would probably get on my case about it. Stop living alone and move back in with us, they would say. I would ignore them if I could, but my dad basically owns this building, so it would take just a snap of his fingers for him to kick me out. Oof, this was the worst. Okay, was ist Tipplist? Just when someone's being... shut the fuck up. I swear, her voice was so shrill. Alter, I could shatter glass. The banging just didn't stop, and since the metal walls were pretty thin, the sound echoed loudly all throughout the container. Naomi was well aware of that. In fact, that was exactly why she was doing it. In the end, I had no choice. I rectally removed the padlock and opened the door. Hi!
やっと出てきた。生存確認。
Routine Survival Check in Nanami ist so klasse. Ich finde die so geil. Sie ist nicht mein Favorite, It Girl, aber sie ist schon... Ich glaube, sie ist Platz 2. Mindestens Platz 3 auf jeden Fall. Aber ich denke, Platz 2 ist sie. This baby-faced runt was my little sister. She was a year younger than me.
呼んでるんだから返事くらいしてよね。お兄死んじゃったかもって思ったじゃん。
Thought you were dead or something. Of course, the first thing out of her mouth was bitching. And to make things worse, she was standing there with her hands on her hips. Like the bratty little shit she was. The spitting image of irritating. Ey, du bist echt fies zu deiner kleinen Schwester. Existence brought me nothing but suffering.
うわ、相変わらず部屋の中汚な。ちょっとは片付けなよ。
Nanami just waltzed right on in without even asking. What the hell did she think she was doing? What did she think she could get away with whatever she wanted just because she was my little sister? And to think there were people out there who seriously believed that little sisters were more. I always wanted to tell those guys how much of an epic fail it was. Well, even though she was my sister, she then didn't look unsavory. She had a lolly body type, alter ey. She could see what might make her pretty damn popular in some circles. But as her older brother, I didn't care about that. I wasn't into her at all. As far as I was concerned, she was downright repulsive, not to mention immature. Alter ey. Not to say I didn't like lollies, of course, just only 2D ones.
お兄の部屋って相変わらず不潔。掃除しろっていつも言ってるじゃん。どうしてしないの？まあ、どうせ掃除してくれる彼女なんかいないだろうし。お兄ってズボラだからこうなるのは目に見えてるけどさ。こうなったらやっぱりナナが掃除しに来てあげるしかないかな。
Oops.
だが断る。
But I
なんで
refuse.
よ。
What, why?
お前に部屋を荒らされたくない。
きっとそれがわざわざ生存確認しに来てあげてる妹に言うセリフ。
Maybe things will change if you showed your older brother a little respect. And why should I be grateful that you are checking on me? I sure as hell didn't ask for that.
まったくなんでこんな面倒ばっかりかけさせる兄弟と血つながってるんだろう。たまに嫌になっちゃうよ。はあ、なんか喉乾いちゃった。飲み物もらうね。
Oh, kommt jetzt nicht einer dieser Delusions von ihm? Amy walked right past me and over the mini fridge once again, acting like she owns the place.
コーラしかないじゃん。ミルクティーとか用意しといてよ。
Ich hoffe, jetzt kommt einer dieser Delusions. Mal sehen, was passiert, wenn ich das hier... I should have known you would be here. Ich gehe mal mit grün, keine Ahnung.
じゃあコーラもらうね。
Surprise, fucking surprise. He went ahead and did as she pleased. There's that thing permission, you know. She grabbed a bottle of cola from the fridge, one I had already drank from, no less, and after only a second of hesitation, she cracked it open and gulped it down. Her soft throat rose and fell seductively, pumping the soda down in a big gulp.
せめてコップ使えよ。
And she just drank straight from the bottle, even though she was a girl. What a disgrace, this was exactly what Tilly sucked. As soon as Maya finished her drinking, she went right back to the party like before. So was it just me, or did she seem like she was blushing a little?
だってナナはお兄と関節キスしたかったんだもん。
And so kicked eine der Illusions rein. And just like that, she had dropped a bombshell. She still kept her pot. Ah. Ich bin gerade am Überlegen. Ich glaube, in der Serie war das ein anderes Outcome. Das lag jetzt wahrscheinlich daran, weil ich mit Grün gegangen bin. Deshalb ist jetzt wahrscheinlich diese Szene, weil ich meine mich zu erinnern, dass sie in der Serie einen Becher benutzt hat, um daraus zu trinken. Aber ich glaube es zumindest, dass das so war. Ich bin mir gerade nicht mal 100% sicher. Das ist jetzt auch ein bisschen her, seitdem ich die gesehen habe. Auch wenn ich die auf DVD besitze. She still kept her pouty attitude, but now she was looking straight at me. I was paralyzed. My sister was on the verge of tears, and all I could do was just stand and stare. Had I just tripped a flag, like some kind of eroge? Was I on his little sister route? Sorry. Do you hate me?
だとしたらナナ悲しくなっちゃうな。言っとくけどお兄相手じゃなきゃこんなことしないんだからね。
No, this was great.
お兄のバカ。
What the fuck? I was faint. Was afraid Mama as she hung her head in shame. There wasn't a single trace of her typically bratty attitude.
ねえお兄。
Warte mal, auf einmal hat sie aber um einiges weniger Kleidung an.
関節だけじゃ嫌だな。
Doing that, I tried to go, but the saber got caught in my throat, and with that, I was completely cornered. So I still didn't really understand what Nanami
お兄
meant.
とキスしたいよ。お兄が欲しいよ。
I took a step closer to my petrified body. What should I do? I had always seen Nanami as this obnoxious little brat, but right now, my heart was pounding out of my chest.
いいじゃん。
It's right,
16
okay?
年間も我慢してきたんだよ。キスして。
It's almost begging. It interest her chin ever so slightly. And close. What the fuck, wo bin ich reingeraten? Immer eins sowas.
いや、その理屈はおかしい。
Wait, that doesn't add up. Jesus Christ. I had zoomed out and it my delusions runs wild again. I'd never felt so disgusted with myself in my life. Like, oh my god, bath, just totally bath. And then I started thinking. Maybe if we ran blood and she fell a little more into the cute little sister archetype, I wouldn't be such a virgin loser.
どうしたの？
What's wrong? After finishing her cola, Nanami shot me a confused look. I'd been acting weird because of my delusion just now, and Nanami had noticed. Snap out of it, I took a deep breath and forced the disgusting thoughts out of my mind.
もう帰
Just
れ。
go home already. You did your whole survival check thing, and now your job here's done, right? Why do you feel the need to barge in every time?
お兄冷たい。
Seemed like I'd managed to offend her somehow. She pursed her lips into a pout and glared at me. I was already done with her shit. So I looked away.
せっかく心配して様子を見に来てあげてるのに、お兄ってずっとここに引きこもって誰とも喋らずに一日を終えちゃうことだってあるんでしょ女の子と話す機会だってどうせ全くないんだよね。
Shut up, stop making fun of me, you stupid bitch. Alter, ey. Nein, man nennt seine Schwester nicht Bitch. Nein. I'm not into 3D girls, so why would I ever bother talking to
言っ
them?
てみればお兄と話す女の子はナナだけってことじゃん。
In fact, I'm the only girl you ever talked to. Nein, ich habe ja noch Sarah. Wie schön.
だからさ、もっとナナのこと大事にしてよ。そしたら女の子との接し方もちょっとは分かってくるはずだし。
While she was nagging, Naomi picked up one of my figures, Hikaru-tan, from the suicide for Hikari, and started staring at it. Damn it, don't touch my wafers without asking. If you leave even a single fingerprint on her, I will actually beat the shit out of you.
お兄は自分のことにもっと気を使って。こんなお人形さんにうつつを抜かしてる場合じゃないよ。ナナはお兄の死体の第一発見者になんかなりたくないからね。
What was she trying to imply? It felt like she had been becoming more and more like mom lately, which meant that she had gotten even more fucking annoying. Shut the fuck up.
いいから
Just
帰れ
leave
よ
her.
そんなに帰れ言わないでよ。お兄のバカ。
Oh, adorable.
まだこっちには用事が残ってるの。
Oh, she was getting more hysterical by the minute. If I made her any angrier, things would get out of hand, so chill out on me.
携帯買いに行こう。
Ah ja, stimmt. What had she just
お
said?
父さんがそうしろって。お兄が携帯持てばいつでも生存確認できるじゃん。
We can check if you are alive whenever we want. Das ist so herrlich.
お金はナナが預かってきたから今から買いに行こうよ。今時携帯持ってない人なんていないよ。時代に取り残されちゃうよ。
Shut up already, you teenage trend chasing bitch. I'm not the one who lives under a rock here. You're wrong sider. The net gives me all the information I need. Well, she was right about one thing. These days it was normal for a high school student to have a phone, and I didn't have one. Of course, it was because I would never use it anyway. I didn't have anyone to call or text, and I didn't want to pay for something I wasn't going to use.
だから行こ
Then I put the figure back on the shelf and turned her attention back to me.
う。どうせお兄は機種とかわかんないだろうからナナと同じ機種にしちゃいなよ。
As she said that, she took her own foot out of her bag and started showing it off like it was some press asylum. Hier stimmt der Froggy!
これがナナの色が可愛いでしょ。
Der Froggy, stimmt. Ich erinnere mich. Oh. Check it out. This one.
ついでだからストラップも同じのあげるよ。
30.09. Ein Dienstag ist also. Und das ist 16:23. Mhm. Er hätte mir gemeint, dass wir getten.
なんという手抜きキャラ
Der erste Design. The character from those phone stores was far from cute. It looked horrible. There was no way a professional had designed it. It looked like one of those shit tier, ugly cute characters. Or like one of those official government mascots.
手抜きじゃないもん。ゲロカエルにはこういうデザインなの。今すっごく流行ってるんだからね。
Super in right now. Mm.
女子高生の流行なんてお兄が知ってるわけないか。そういうとこを直せば少しは女子と会話成立すると思うよ。きっと。
Toward a conversation with a girl. God damn it. Just shut the fuck up already, you train chasing bitch. The fuck is this Gero Froggy? Shit, there's no way this thing is popular. Anyone with a hive brain could tell you that. You didn't realize she was just being played by the media. It was
って
honestly
いう
sad.
か今はゲロカエルの話じゃなくていいから携帯買いに行こうよ。あ、 別にお揃いがいいとか言ってるわけじゃないからね。家族で同じ機種だと基本料金が割引されるサービスがあるからだよ。家族で持ってないのはお兄だけなんだからね。
いらない。
なんで？お金はお父さんが出してくれるんだよ。
必要ない。
Would be a nuisance if anything. If I had a phone, Mom would definitely call every day. And if I kept ignoring these calls, I would keep sending little Miss Assassin Hanami over here to lay on the presser. My family life would become even more of a living hell, and I would have to start being way more careful as a result. I couldn't let that happen.
もう信じらんないよ、このバカ鬼。もう帰る。
Mm-hmm.
ああ、そうしてくれ。
He opened the door for her to finally leave, but Naomi didn't budge an inch. She gestured her arms down to the side, looking even upset than before.
ほんとバカ、アホバカ鬼。駅まで送ってくれるとかしてよ。
At least walk me to the station. Ist nicht dumm. No thanks. You never acted like this before. Why did you suddenly want me to walk you to the station? What was the surprise about today?
最近殺人事件とかで物騒じゃんか。こういう場合、心配するのが兄弟ってもんでしょ。
The events were so... If I shook my head trying to loosen some of them and I just...
どうでもいいし。
It wasn't like the new Jin murderer was twisted enough to attack some bread like Nanami.
ありえない。
Yeah, that's
花
probably
が
what...
死んでもいいって言うんだ。
I was tearing up. It seemed like my words had really gotten to her. Next time, maybe you should think twice about this thing with peace and quiet next time. This is just my own way. Okay, fuck.
バカ、死んじゃえ。お兄なんか猟奇的に殺されちゃえ。
Oh. After spitting those parting words at me, Nami pushed past me and ran as way as... That way it's... seemed like the storm had finally passed. The room grew peaceful and quiet once again. This was how things should be. Should always be around here. My own perfect little world. My stupid bullshit wasn't allowed. Ich würde sagen, ich beende hier jetzt mal diese Folge. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.